Hello everyone and welcome to this video. And can you believe it? QuickCoach is closing down. Unbelievable. So it's not been around too long, but it had so many trainers that went over to this software. I understand why. It was a completely free software. It's been classed as the QuickCoach experiment and it's no longer running, which means they are literally thousands of trainers out there. Many of you I've spoke to already that are now having to find a new way to go and coach and support their clients and move all their clients, their workouts, their templates, everything they put together into another software to try and continue to support their clients. And they're having to do this before November the 14th. So I thought, what can I do to try and help people do this? And I spoke to Tim and the team over at PT Distinction, and we decided to do something to help out. So what we've done, being PT Distinction specialists, is put together a system that allows you to very quickly move clients from the QuickCoach software into the PT Distinction software using one singular link. So all I'm going to do in this video here is show you that setup, show you what we've put together, show you what you can do when you go and start PT Distinction and what you need to send to your existing clients from QuickCoach, and now they can click one link and have themselves set up in the app ready to go. And at the end of this video as well, I'm going to show you how, if you want to take everything that you've got set up in QuickCoach already, or if you want to really make the most of the PT Distinction software, how you can take a very special deal where we do everything for you and get everything built out right the way from the technical setup inside PT Distinction to all the automations, the emails, the marketing, even your sales and landing pages can be done for you with a very special offer we have in place. But more about that at the end. For now, though, let's go and jump into the PT Distinction software. I'm going to show you what we've got set up, how I recommend you go and use it, and how you can transfer your clients over to PT Distinction in literally one simple link. So without further ado, let's jump into the software. So here we are in the PT Distinction software, and what we're going to do now is look at some of the things we've got set up. So if you're brand new to PT Distinction, there might be some things you maybe not sure about in the software. And there's quite a few cool features that it has. The ones we're going to be focused on today are a feature called groups and a feature called packages. So let's talk about groups first. Groups can be found up here in this top section of the menu, and the groups are used for all sorts of different things, not just group coaching. They're used for grouping together bits of information, grouping clients, grouping coaching programs, grouping workouts, grouping chats, all sorts of different things. But we're not going to go into too much detail about that. All you need to know is we're going to use one particular group that we're going to preload into your PT Distinction account that you can then use to bring in your existing QuickCoach clients. And that group is simply called QuickCoach. So when you go into your account, you should be able to find something that's called QuickCoach like this. Now, that group is going to do a number of different things. It's going to onboard your client. It's also going to keep any existing clients from your QuickCoach organized into one place. So that means that if you need to speak to them or have conversations with them as you're adding new clients in, you know they've moved over from the software. And it's also going to allow us to create a private group chat with just QuickCoach or past QuickCoach members. And that's going to allow you to answer any questions and just deal with any support that you need to as they go through this transition. So let's take a look inside the group and see what we've got set up. So inside this group, we have a number of different areas, and we're going to go straight over first to the schedule. So the schedule is going to be the first thing they're going to see. And in the schedules inside PT Distinction, inside the groups, there's two options. One is using calendar, which is everything by date. The other one is by days after joining. So this is a number of days that have passed since someone's been added to a particular group. So if we click on this here, you can see we have a few different things that are set up. We have an onboarding email that's going to go out. We have a welcome document, which we're going to look at in a second. And the following day in the morning, we have a place to track progress. We've set up some weekly tracking and also some progress tracking. So let's just talk about these documents first. So we have this welcome document. Now, these documents can all be found in the items section, and we're going to head down here into coaching where you can find those different documents. They're organized into a folder, and here you can see we have this welcome document. So in here, we've set this up to welcome in new members. So these are people that are already in your QuickCoach accounts that you want to move over. So when they first come and join into PT Distinction, they'll be given this particular document. And this is going to take them through welcome on board. It's going to explain about the transition to make it smooth as possible. And it's give them a little tour around the app. First thing it's going to ask them to do is go complete some of the important forms like parking and informed consent. I always think this is a good idea to have this done because you may have already done this in QuickCoach. If that's closing down on November the 14th, you're going to lose all that data. So let's just collect it again just to play safe and make sure you've got it. So we'll collect our data in first. It's then going to go for exactly what's going to happen during this transition, explain how it's a great opportunity to take stock of their progress and where they're currently at. And then what you're going to do is start asking them for some extra details. So we're going to ask them for things like their body weight, some progress photos, and so on. And the whole point of that is to take the existing information that they may already have in QuickCoach and allow them just to put the latest version of that into the PT Distinction app. And that way they can kind of continue where they left off. And it breaks all that down in detail, explaining how that's going to work, how they're going to do it, when they're going to do it, where they can find all that information, and so on. And we've built all this out so it's specifically for this type of setup. We're then going to talk about how you can check in on schedules and explain to the client how the app is going to work and how they can make the most of it, how the completion adherence works, again, how to make the most of it in there, and let's come back and check in the morning. So really, really quite simple. This whole process for a client should take 5 minutes or less, really, to do. Now, once they've gone through that, they're also going to receive an email. The email can be found in the communication section. And then here you can see we have this email that goes out. So as soon as they actually sign up using a link, which I'm going to show you how to do in a minute, this here email will go out to them and it's going to give them details to download the app from the app stores. It's going to give them login details and it's going to go through the onboarding task for them to go and complete. It also mentions about the QuickCoach chat. I'll talk about that in just a moment as well. So all that happens automatically the moment they actually get added into the PT Distinction software. Nothing for you to do, completely automated. Now, the other thing we have on the schedule you can see here is on the next day, which is tracking your progress. So this here, again, is another document that can be found in the items area under onboarding and under tracking your progress. So in here, it talks about weekly tracking, which we've got set up. You can, of course, adjust and change these to whatever you want to change them to. But in here, we have the weekly tracking that is set up. We talk about the results tracking, where to find it, and that's been added to their schedule. So they're going to get reminders to go and complete this every single week. It talks about how to take those measurements as well, where to store it all. And it also talks about progress photos and how to do that and how to take those photos in here. So all the information is there. So it's nice and clear for them and what they need to go and do. We then also have on the schedule the tracking. We have our weekly tracking, which is currently asking for, if I click on this, you can see it's currently asking for body weight, hips, and waist. Again, you can add and change any of these for your clients by clicking edit and just change it to whatever you want. We also have progress photos on here that are going to go out every 2 weeks. And you will notice if I click these little arrows here, we can go across on the schedule. You can see each week we have weekly tracking, and every 2 weeks we have weekly tracking of progress photos, and so on. So that's going to repeat out for the entire year. So you've got plenty of notifications and reminders all set up for your clients. Let's just head back to the beginning. So that's going to automatically happen for any new client that you actually come and sign up into this. There's nothing you need to do to get them all onboarded. Once the client onboards, all that information will appear in their activity on here. And if you go into the QuickCoach group, you'll actually be able to see all your past QuickCoach clients will be in here, and you'll be able to see the activity that they're actually doing, whether they complete the forms and so on. And from that point onwards, you can then start building out new programs for them. Now, in order to make it easier, in order to understand how to build out programs and how your clients can use it to get them started, if we actually head over to the item section and go to programs, you'll see we put in a guide to your workouts. So the moment your clients sign up, they're actually going to see this here, and it's going to be a breakdown of how the workouts work. There's a little video in there showing exactly how this all works and how to use the workout area. So it means that by the time you put workout programs together for them, they're going to be very aware of how to use the app, how to use the software, and so on. So everything's pre-done inside there for you. The other beauty about the programs area is PT Distinction has a built-in AI feature, which means you can use that AI to help you quickly generate workout programs for your existing clients. And I'm going to talk about an offer that we have at the moment with our Done For You service that may actually help with this transition over if you really want to speed up this process, but more on that in just a moment. So now we have this group set up. The other thing we want to do with this group is understand how to use it as a group chat. So once you have this group in your account, if you're going to bring clients over in this way, what I recommend you do is switch on the group chat feature. So the group chat feature can be switched on by going to the little bubble in the top corner, going into your groups up here, and just typing in QuickCoach. Now, if you're new to PT Distinction, you won't have many groups in here at all. And you're going to hover over this here where it says group chat inactive, and you're going to click on it to make it active. This means that inside the app, for any client that's in this group, so your past QuickCoach clients, they'll be able to see QuickCoach chat. And they'll be able to click on that and they'll be able to ask questions in the group chat format, a bit like a WhatsApp group chat or a Facebook group chat. It'll work in a similar kind of way. And that allows you to offer very specific support to those individual clients that you've just transferred over. Okay, I'm just going to close that off in here. Okay, so that's that group of stuff set up. Once the group is all ready to go, which is pre-built out, you've just got to switch on the group chat. We're going to add this to a package. Now, that's really quite simple. To do packages, you're going to head up into the top corner here in the burger menu, and you're going to head down to packages. Once you get into packages, we're going to go and create a new package. So it's a very simple process to do. This isn't something we can copy over and pre-create for you, but it is really quite easy to do. So let's just go into packages and have a look. What we're going to do now is click the add package button and create a new package. Click get started, and we're going to call it a name. Now, just for simplicity, I'm going to call this QuickCoach. So let's call this QuickCoach, and then I'm going to click next. and we're going to add in the group. So we're going to hit the drop down menu. We're going to look for our QuickCoach group in the list. Again, you'll have a much smaller list than this. This is part of our white label library that we offer over at PTD Ninja. So we're going to find the QuickCoach group, and then going to leave that as now. Make sure this is ticked. That is it. That's what you need to do. Forget the remove groups. You don't need to worry about that. When you get to the payment type here, I'm assuming these clients have already paid you already. So we're going to hit the drop down menu and click no payment. If you do want to take payment again for whatever reason, you can actually just choose on-off or subscription. It's entirely up to you, as long as your Stripe is connected to PT Distinction. But let's just keep this simple. Have it for no payment. Hit next. Inside here, a couple of things I recommend you do. I'd click allow client to choose time zone so they can pick their time zone. And then down here, I will just pick one of these. If you want the client to select male or female, and here you can do, the only reason it's male and female only is because this is connected to a body fat percentage calculator that's pre-built into the PT Distinction software. All the existing formulas that for body fat percentage calculators require male or female genetically to be chosen. If you don't want them to select one, just pick any. Doesn't matter which one. The client will never see the selection on here at all. It's purely for that calculator. So if you don't want that question to appear on the sign-up form that we're about to create, just pick one. Doesn't matter which one it is. Incomplete silence, you can ignore that. Down here, durations, you can ignore that. You can ignore all of this. And then down in the messaging, switch that on to two-way. So you want that on two-way for this setup. And then down here where it says send login details, because we've already built out our login details in that welcome group, which I've shown you already, you can just switch that off. And then you're going to hit save. Now, once that's done, it's going to create a form that looks like this. And you can see there is a link on here. And this is it. This is all you're simply going to do. So now you have a list of all your clients in QuickCoach. You'll have all your clients that are in there. You can obviously send them messages and emails and so on. So what you want to do is take this link here, click copy, and just send that out to all your clients. And when you send that out to all your clients, just ask them and say, okay, we're now moving from QuickCoach, as you know, into a new software. Please click this link, put in your name and best email address into the form that's provided, and just follow the on-screen instructions. We'll have you set up in your new app in literally a few minutes' time. If you've got any issues doing this, please just let me know. Very, very simple. Email out to them, and that will start moving all your clients over. And as soon as they click that link and put their details in on that form, they'll be added into PT Distinction as an active client. They'll be able to have conversations with you through the app. They'll be added into that QuickCoach group, and it'll all be organized, and they'll have everything received for them. Really is that simple. There's nothing else you need to go and do. And that's it. That's really what you need to do in order to get your clients over. Now, I mentioned earlier on at the start of this video that they might be some extra things you need moving over from QuickCoach, and I completely get that. You might have workouts in there, you might have some tracking in there, you might have some coaching content in there, and so on. Now, one of the things that we do over at PT Distinction, or I suppose at PT Ninja, is a done for you service. We actually help people set up and make the most of the PT Distinction software. In addition to that, we also help them with the sales and marketing and everything else that they might need in order to run a successful online personal training business. And that's a big part of what we do. So with this change happening at the moment, and with this being quite short notice for most people, I mean, November the 11th is not that far away. We understand that, yes, we can make it as quick as possible using these kind of systems we set up, and obviously doing it for free, but you may want other stuff moving over and moving over quickly. So if you wish, you can use our Done For You service to help you do that. And that's where you work with me and my team directly. We look at your business as a whole, look at your systems, look at your processes, look at how you sell and market everything. And then we use PT Distinction and any of the existing things you've got, like your website and so on, to build out systems that are going to work perfectly for your clients. And if you're migrating over from QuickCoach, we'll also look at your existing clients in there, look at your programs in there, look at how you're coaching your clients, and make that transition as smooth as possible, so that when your clients move over, they have a program ready and waiting for them, so they can literally continue where they left off, really speeding up the process. Now, because of everything that's happening here, and thanks to all the people at PT Distinction, we can offer this at a very great rate for you, much different from the rates on our website. If you want to find out more about this and want to make sure it's going to be the right fit for you, then you need to contact me directly. The best way to go and do that is actually via email. I'm going to put the email address on the screen now. I'll also put it below in the description and comments for this video. So if you do want to find out more about that, make sure you get in touch ASAP. We can only keep that offer open until the end of October, purely just because the transfer date where QuickCoach is closing down is going to be November the 14th. We're going to need at least 2 weeks to make sure we've got plenty of time to get things over, and also to provide you the training and show you how it all works. If you want to find out more about that, make sure you do get in touch on the email address I'm going to pop on the screen or in the description below. and we can have a chat to see if it's something we can actually help you with. So if you're watching this and you are obviously on Quick Coaching thinking what we're going to do next, and you want to come and join over at PT Distinction, again, I'm going to pop the link below. There is a free trial for PT Distinction, a 1 month free trial, so you can give it a go. Even with that free trial, you'll have this stuff set that I've talked about on the screen for you. But if you've got any questions whatsoever, please do let us know. Please do reach out. And if you want help with this transition, again, please make sure you do email me directly, and we can have a chat to see if it's something we can actually help you with. Thank you again so much for your time, and I'll see you at my next video.